Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing something different for this video. I'll be doing my foundation routine in the beginning of this video because I did want to see if I could be able to underpaint with my current skin situation. As you guys know, I am working on clearing my skin as well as getting rid of the hyperpigmentation, but until then, I wanted to try to see if I could be able to underpaint just like I've seen other people do that have, clear and beautiful skin. So let's jump right into this. As you can see, this video is very sped up because I do have a detailed video on how to underpaint, which I'll link in the description bar that you guys can be able to watch for a much more detailed version of this. For my skin primer, I did use Smashbox Photo Finish Oil Free Primer, which I should have used my Ever Matte Becca Primer because for my skin type, I like that on there, especially like using cream foundations on my skin. I don't have oily skin, but when I use foundation, it seems like, oh, now you want to be oily. That part just gets on my nerves. So, anyways, for this foundation, I did use my AJ Crimson foundations with just a little bit of Graftobian Warm palette in the lighter shade to go over top of the AJ Crimson that I put in the center of my face. With the brush that I used the Bedelium Tools 948. I love this brush because you can be able to put primer on with this if the client doesn't want you to use your hands on them. And you can also be able to put liquid foundation on as well as cream foundation on with this. I love it because you can get right in where you want to and place the product exactly where you want it to. I absolutely love this brush. So something that wasn't in my detail underpainting that I wish I would have done was to get a clean cosmetic wedge and go underneath my eye and over the bridge of my nose and over my eyebrows in the center of my forehead to bring back that highlight and to kind of blend it out a little bit more to make sure that I didn't have any creasing underneath my eye. On me, I have a harder time doing foundation than I do on other people, but that's just because of lack of me doing it on myself a lot. But I'm getting better, y'all. Okay, so we're about to use this NYX eyeshadow base in the color white. I never used it, but I be seeing people use it, and I'm like, I want to try that and see what it look like. I'm probably gonna use my finger because yeah, it's pretty pigmented. Let's do it. So I'm using my fingertips to spread the eyeshadow base all over my lid and to blend it into my crease so that it's not a harsh line, because this is my first time using this base and I don't want to get too wild with it and not know what to do if I can't cover all of the white first. So I'm going into my Shany Cosmetics and I'm going to be using the shade that I pointed with. And at first I did use my blending brush, but then I went back in with a more dense blending brush by Elf and took that shade and put it into my crease, and I blended it out a little bit above my crease, like toward my brow bone, just to kind of diffuse and give my crease a little bit of color. Then I went back, then I took my Elf packing brush and I began to pat it, that yellow, onto my lid. And with, if you want the color to show up, as I said before, you have to pat it on instead of swiping, because that gives you more color payoff than swiping. You will see me swiping more into my crease to try to diffuse that color to kind of make them blend together. And I noticed that with this little brush and that base, it was giving me a really hard time. So I had to use my fingertips to put the rest of the yellow on. So I took my Bdellium Tools 777 brush and I took that shade and I put it in my corners, and I put enough on there first to pat it, and then I took that same Elf brush to blend it outward. I took the Fix Plus spray and I took a packing brush by Morphe, and I just used it to pick up that blue, because when you dampen a brush and then dip it in powder, it makes it look a lot more pigmented. Even if you don't have any setting spray, you can always use water to do it, just anything to get the brush wet. So I used it to exaggerate the blue. Now I ain't gonna lie, y'all, at first I wanted to put this in my corner, but somehow I end up making a winged liner out of this, which it's fine because the look wind up coming out really, really pretty. So basically I just took this flat packing brush to draw the line on my eye. And if you have a hooded eye, when you're making a winged liner, sorry, you want to like open your eye while you're trying to make the liner so that you can still be able to see that wing even when your eye is open or when it's closed. That's really important to know, because hooded eyes always hide the beautifulness of your eyeshadow. So this blue eyeshadow was really, really pretty, and it looks a lot darker than what it would have been if I would have just used it in its powder form. But you got to use what you got to get what you want. And then I took it all the way on just as a regular liner. At first I wasn't going to do it, but then I thought about like, what the hey, right? Let's just go all the way with it. This was the longest process I had ever done with this. I'm like, dang, but it came out good. So now I'm going to be lining my eyes with a magenta colored pencil in my waterline. And then I'm going back into my Shiny Cosmetics and spraying another angled brush. And I'm going to be using that underneath my waterline to be dragging it out to give my under eye a lot more drama. And I took that hot pink and put it over the purple just to kind of make that purple look a lot more vibrant and lively. And the brush is still wet while I am doing that to give it the most color payoff. And then I dragged out the tips just a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more drama. And now I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Perversion mascara to kind of coat my lashes on the top and on the bottom. I don't really have really thick bottom lashes, so no drama for your mama this time. It's just put them on her for no reason. These lashes are by Ardell. They're the 253, but I can't remember what the label was on there. They are so pretty, and they really complemented this look so well, because I love lashes that stack and give dimension and are long and gorgeous and beautiful. So then I took the blush and I chose like an orangey color blush just to kind of neutralize it, because I knew with all this color I didn't want to be looking like a whole clown out here in these streets. So I lined my lips with a magenta lip liner by MAC, and then I used More Orange by MAC as a lipstick and used pink lemonade as a lip gloss to kind of neutralize it and tone it down just a little bit. What do you guys think about this colorful look? Alright guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really wanted to do underpainting on acne prone and hyperpigmentation skin like my own, just to kind of see if it works, because I've never seen anyone do underpainting with people that have hyperpigmentation and seeing like what the coverage looks like and if it's even possible. So I really want to do that, and who's the better candidate than moi, because I do have that skin type until I get better. But anyway, that's another topic for another time. But anyways, I also wanted to do like a really colorful look because I never get to do a lot of color, whether it's me being afraid that it might not come out right, or I just don't have clients that ask me for a lot of color. So I had a picture in mind. My inspiration was Tiana Robinson, that's on Instagram, but I kind of jazzed it up a little bit by adding a whole lot more color than what she did. But I kind of put a spin on it, as you should when you do recreate makeup looks. But anyway, enough chit chatting. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. See you guys next time.